Okay, good morning, guys. Tuesday, week 4, and we're continuing with our maths. And this time we're still working with locating positive and negative numbers on a number line, but we're going to expand our understanding. So, what I'll be looking for you to do is to be able to demonstrate your understanding of positive and negative numbers and where they are positioned on a number line, and how to solve equations or number sentences using those. All right, so let's have a little look together at this first one. Now, if you have a look here, we've got a number sentence which looks quite complicated. We're not really used to seeing that. -6 plus 4 minus 2 equals -4. Let's see how that works out on a number line. Now, the easiest way for you to start thinking about it is, if you look at the beginning of the number sentence, think of that as your starting point. So -6 is our start, and on the number line it's shown here. Then we're going to add 4, take 2, and see where we finish up. Now what I'd like you to think of is, anytime you see a plus, you think of heading towards the positive, so heading towards the right where the positive numbers are. And therefore every time you see a negative or a minus, we're going to the left or towards the negative numbers. So starting at -6, we add 4 as indicated by these red jumps, and then we take 2 as indicated back this way. So -6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus 1 minus 2, and we end up with -4. All right, let's have a look at some of these. These are 3 that you can do for yourself. Now remember, anytime you see a negative, you'll be moving towards the left. If it has nothing in front of it, we straight away assume it's a positive. So here's a +16 moving towards the right, +8 moving towards the right. The very first number is our starting point. Have a go at these ones for yourself now. All right, let's see how you went. Remember, starting point. So if you had trouble on the first one, you can pause the video again as we're marking these so that you can have a go yourself. Right, the first one, 10, take 5, take 5. That's a little bit more like what we're used to seeing. So let's see how to do it on a number line. There's our starting point, 10. And we have to take away 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to give us where we finish. Our finish is at 0. So 10 take 5 is 0. And that's fairly straightforward and a lot of common sense there. All right, let's have a look at B. So our starting point is indicated by the first number in the number sentence, -9. There it is. And we have to add 16. So add 4, 8, 12, 16, and that takes us through to our finish. We finish at 7. So -9, add 16 is indeed 7. Let's have a look at C. Starting point, 8. We take away 9, and then we add 8 back. So we can have both additions and subtractions within the same number sentence. We finished at 7, and so there is our answer. So that's how we solve equations on a number sentence. How did you go? You can make up some of your own if you like and practice more of those. Not too hard to do. All right, let's move on. So here's part 2. There's a few more revision type questions for you to answer and apply your understanding. So pause the video and have a go at these now. Right, so what are the numbers 5 steps either side of 0 on a number line? So what's 5 to the left and what's 5 to the right? So hopefully you said 5 to the left was -5 and 5 to the right is +5. Question B, how many steps are there between -5 and +5? 8 steps. So -3 to 0 would be 3 steps, and then from 0 to +5 would be another 5 steps. for a grand total of 8 steps. Now you should see a relationship between those numbers as well. 3 and 5, of course, is 8. 3 to the left of 0, 5 to the right of 0. C. Which direction do you move to make numbers decrease? Alright, decrease, we think of take away. And of course, we're always moving to the left when we decrease, moving towards the negative. D. If I started at -5 and I moved 5 steps to the right, alright, so if left was decrease, right must be increase. Would the number be bigger or smaller than -5? Of course, it's going to be bigger. And what number would you land on? You would land on 5. Now we can apply our understanding to thermometers and vertical number lines. A thermometer is an example of a vertical number line. And this is all about a ski resort called Thredbo. Thredbo is in the New South Wales Snowy Mountains at the foot of Mount Kosciuszko, the tallest mountain in Australia. It's famous for its skiing in winter, and each day visitors can read the maximum and minimum temperatures on giant thermometers. Your task is to answer the questions that follow about thermometers and temperatures. First up, let's look at the numbers on the right-hand side of this thermometer, and can you fill in the missing numbers? So you have this worksheet in your printouts, fill in the missing numbers, and then we'll come back and have a look at how you went. So pause the video and do that now. Alright, we're back. So you can see 0 is the midpoint here, and above here would be, of course, positive numbers. And notice that the positive symbol isn't needed, we just assume it's positive. We don't do the same for negative, we must indicate the negative numbers. So these are the answers you should have come up with. How did you go with those? Check your work. Again, you can pause the video while checking, but I think you're doing fairly confident with those. So if you look at this temperature at the moment on the scale, it's sort of sitting between -3 and -4. But what you should realise is the further we go up this way, the warmer it is. So -3 is actually warmer than -4. -2 is warmer than -7. The higher we go, the warmer it gets. All right, let's apply that understanding. So you have these worksheets again, and we're going to mark the maximum and minimum temperatures on the two graphs, on the two temperatures. Thermometers, I can't talk. So the minimum temperature for Monday is -4, and it's marked on this scale here, this thermometer. And then mark in 7 on this particular one. For Tuesday, -9, and the maximum -14. All right, pause the video and quickly colour in through this centre column, just as a thermometer shows us the temperature. Colour in those now. Let's see how you went. All right, so there's our first one. There's -4. So 0 here, and -4 is here. This one here is for -5. Notice that -4 is above or warmer than -5. And our maximum temperature is up to 7. So if I was to go from here through -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There is 11 degrees between our minimum temperature and our maximum temperature. So the temperature variation is 11 degrees. And again, you can see the relationship where 11 comes from. Remember, that's 4 below 0, 7 above 0, 4 and 7 makes our 11. 9 below, or -9 degrees, is way down here. It's not very high on the scale, through to 5 degrees. So what's the temperature range here? If you said 14 degrees, you're absolutely correct. So if I go all the way from here through to here, there'd be 14 increments on our thermometer. It would have changed by 14 degrees. All right, let's have a look at the next one. It says the minimum temperature on Wednesday is slightly warmer than on Tuesday. What is the minimum temperature on Wednesday? All right, well, I'm going to go back. Tuesday, the minimum temperature was -9, and we're told that it's slightly warmer. The maximum was 5. So the minimum temperature on Wednesday is slightly warmer than on Tuesday. So which one of those is slightly warmer than -9? And then we're told that the maximum temperature is slightly warmer than on Tuesday. The maximum temperature on Tuesday was 5. Which of these is slightly warmer than 5? Can you pause the video and mark those now? Alright, so on Tuesday it was -9. There it is. Anything above that is warmer. So the one here that is slightly warmer than -9 is -8. I hope you got that one right. Some of you will have chosen -10, but that's lower down the scale, and that is actually slightly cooler, not slightly warmer. The higher up the scale, the warmer it gets. So the maximum on Tuesday was 5. Slightly warmer than that, of course, is going to be 6 degrees. How did you go on that one? Got -8 and 6 degrees should have been your answers as shown on the thermometers. Let's move on. So we've got another exercise here, and it says, on the following thermometers, show the maximum and minimum temperatures for Thursday and Friday. So this is expanding your understanding a little bit further, and it's almost like a little number sentence. 2 degrees warmer than -5. So this becomes your starting point, and this is what you have to do. Now remember, if it's going up, it'll be like adding. So -5, and it's going to be warmer than that. The maximum on this thermometer here is 1 degree cooler than 10 degrees. So 10 degrees is your starting temperature, and if it's 1 degree cooler, it'll be 1 degree less, or take 1. And then Friday, 2 degrees colder than 0, 1 degree warmer than 8. Let's see how your understanding of positives and negatives works on a thermometer scale. Pause the video and complete these 4 thermometers now. Let's see how you went. 2 degrees warmer than -5. -5, it warmed up by 2 degrees to -3. I hope that's what you put on that one. 1 degree warmer, 1 degree cooler than 10, there's 10, and if it cooled, it's going down the scale to 9. 2 degrees colder than 0 for Friday, so there was 0, and if it went 2 degrees cooler, it fell by 2 degrees to -2. And 1 degree warmer than 8, well, there's 8. Warmer moves up to 9. How did you go on those? If you're showing your understanding on those ones, you're doing pretty well. Last exercise. Here are the temperatures for Saturday and Sunday. So this time, it's slightly different applying of our understanding. We have the temperatures shown here, and you have to write them in. So what is this temperature? What is this? And so on through. Complete those 4 spots. Pause the video and do that now. Right, well, let's have a look at Saturday's minimum. There it is, shown there, and you can see it easily lines up with -3. On the maximum temperature, there it is, lining up with 6 degrees. And Sunday, -1 and 8. All right, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed applying your understanding of positive and negative numbers through the use of temperatures and thermometers. I hope you did well. That's done for today, guys. Cheers for that, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye now.